Most people don't know that when I was younger, my family actually lived abroad. So I lived in Milan, Italy for a short while. We moved because my dad got a new job and we moved over to set up an office at their international location. That meant that my mom, my dad, my older sister, and my younger brother and I lived in a studio apartment for about 6 months altogether. There was no privacy and we were homeschooled for that time. At the time, it seemed like a life ruiner because I was getting pulled out of middle school and had to live with my family in a studio apartment. But we actually traveled all around Europe. We had a blast. We got to visit friends that were stationed in Germany. And looking back, those are the fondest memories that we have of our childhood. I met my husband, Tommy, at Penn State. I was very athletic and competitive in high school, and I wanted to compete at the collegiate level. So I rode for Penn State crew for 4 years. My husband, in his own words, joined the crew team to meet girls. So he rode for 1 year because he was successful when we met. What is free time? I'm only half kidding. I have a toddler, so the majority of my free time, or really time that I don't spend at work, is spent chasing him around the yard or building blocks or swinging at the playground. I actually have always hated board games. However, my husband Tommy's family plays them in a die-hard fashion, so I had to adjust quickly. And they actually are so competitive that they have a whiteboard that has every member of the family's name listed and the number of times they have won. I am currently last, although every holiday season I do try and up my number of wins. My favorite board game that we all play together is called Bonanza, although we affectionately call it Beanopoly, and it essentially allows you to grow different types of vegetables, and you have to be nice, and if you're nicer in the game, people give you things, and that is why I always win that game. If I were not a financial advisor, I would work on the business side of an international nonprofit where I got paid to travel around the world and help people, but still get to do analytics and business type activities. My favorite food is actually a dessert, and it's ice cream. Growing up, ice cream was an absolute staple in my household, and I mean a gigantic bowl of ice cream every single night kind of staple. We actually give directions in my family based off of different ice cream shop locations. So I grew up in upstate New York, and there are a lot of dairy cows up there, so you have an ice cream shop almost on every corner, so there's enough where you can give directions based off of specific ice cream shops. I have found it very difficult to give directions in Maryland because you have less ice cream shops down here.